Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Today is Monday, July 12th, and because it's a Monday, that means it's time for What's Sold on eBay. I've been doing these What Sold videos a little differently as we get closer and closer to our move, because I haven't been posting photos of packages on Instagram, and we're obviously definitely selling a lot less than we usually do because we're not listing. We're packing and we're getting ready to move. You guys, we got about 10 days left. 10 days, and we will be in sunny Florida. So this week what I did was I just pulled out all of the plush that sold, of course, to show you guys. I pulled out 2 of my favorite bread and butter brands of jeans that sold and 1 bolo, just to show you that even in the middle of summer slowdown and even when it is summer, jeans still move, and you can rely on those tried and true bread and butters and those bolo brands to move for you. Let's jump in where we're at. You're looking at Fozzie. This is a vintage 1987 Henson Associates Baby Fozzie 9-inch plush. He was a little disappointing. I picked him up for 50 cents thinking, woohoo, look at this. Look at his tag. He's vintage, and kind of disappointing when you comp him. That happens because when people don't list things at what they're worth on eBay, they tend to lower the market value, and that race to the bottom. But he did sell for a best offer of $12, so I'm happy for that. He is kind of older. He's been around for quite some time. Again, he only cost 50 cents, and he shipped first class. Next up, we have a BuildABear horse. This is a 13-inch horse that has a saddle, a bridle, and reins, and he's like super cute. He's got a little star right there on his little reins, I guess those are. I'm not that familiar with horses, not a horse person. But this is a good example of your non-plain Build-A-Bears that do move. I did take a best offer, $16.16 and 19 cents on this horse. And I probably would have started him a little higher, but his mane and his tail look a little rough. And, of course, he didn't comp as high as I hoped he would. He came in a wholesale lot. He was about 50 cents. And he ended up having to ship priority, which kind of sucked. But he was only going to New Jersey, which is really close to here. So even in a box, he was like $8 to ship. So that's just like a padded flat. We still made about $6 on him. In retrospect, should have probably had calculated shipping on him. But he has one less thing we're having to move, and he did sell and still make profits, so that's fine. Next up, we have a talking, singing Elmo. This is another one I found at the Goodwill for just 50 cents. Elmo is definitely way oversaturated, so a lot of your Elmos aren't going to comp that high, especially if they're Hasbro, Mattel, Fisher-Price, just like with the Disney characters. When they're like the official just Sesame Street characters do better. You're going to do better with the more obscure Sesame Streets and the vintage ones. One of the best ones I've seen that comps pretty high is Snuffleupagus. So Elmo sold for $13.12, and he shipped first class. Next up, we have an official Disney Store adult Simba from The Lion King. Speaking of not being Hasbro or Fisher-Price, when it comes to Disney plush, the ones from the Disney Store and the authentic Walt Disney World and Disneyland theme parks plushes are always better to find than the Hasbro and Mattel. Personally, if the price is right, I will pick up any Disney plush just because I'm okay with bread and butter and filler and doing sales and volume. So I'll pick up any of them, especially if they're like $1 or 50 cents. But you will make more with the official Disney Store ones. And of course, characters matter too. Simba's still pretty popular, but you would make more money on a Scar because he's less saturated, he's harder to find. And also, small tip, villains do really well. Disney villains do really well. So this is a 15-inch Simba. He's sitting. He's super cool. So he sold for $19.99, and he did ship first class. So he went in a poly bag. And he came out of a wholesale lot, so I think he was around 75 cents rounded out for each piece in that lot. Next up, we have a BuildABear Trekkin' Turtle. So this turtle's shell is a zippered backpack, so it holds stuff. See? So he is cool because he's a stuffed animal, but his shell also comes off his back and becomes like a wallet. I mean, I call it a wallet, but if you were a kid and you had this Trekkin' Turtle, you might put your Legos or your action figures or maybe your Hot Wheels in there. It's just a little place for kids to hide stuff. I think I saw that some people were saying it's for pajamas or whatever, but either way, he's really cute. He came out of a wholesale lot. He was about, I want to say he was in the 50-cent lot. He might have been in the 75 cents per piece lot. And he sold for $34.99. So these Build-A-Bears that are more rare or something about them is super cool can fetch you quite a nice penny. The Trekkin' Turtle is his official name, and there were only a couple when I comped him, so he's unique. He's not oversaturated, and he's got something that's different about him. So, yes, he did sell for $34.99, and he also shipped first class. And then we have some Gloria Vanderbilt capri jeans. These are one of my favorite bread and butters. I do like Gloria Vanderbilt a lot. Now, these are older. They've been around for a little while, and I can tell you that because they're size 8. I have a rule with Gloria Vanderbilt now. As I became more seasoned and I learned more about reselling, I created rules for certain brands for myself to follow. Nowadays, I will only pick up Gloria Vanderbilt if it's size 14 or higher, or if there's something unique about them. So this might be something I might still pick up because they're brown and they're not the regular blue jean color, and they have these nice embroidered flowers on the side. Plus they're capri jeans, which ship first class, so you're not paying for the padded flat. These did sell for $17.99. I start my Gloria Vanderbilt jeans around 20 to 21, and then if they're plus size or really unique, I can go up to like 23 and 24, sometimes 25. But because these are capris, I started them a little bit lower, and they did sell for the full asking price of $17.99. They were 50 cents at the Goodwill, and they shipped first class. Next up, we have another one of my favorite bread and butter brands. These are Gap. These are size 4 girlfriend skinny. With Gap, I don't really have any rolls. Gap, Old Navy, and American Eagle, I typically just pick them all up when I find them. Those 3 brands do really well for me. All sizes, all colors, all designs, all styles do really well. The girlfriend is popular, so is the boyfriend. I do good with flare, skinny. So Gap is one of my favorites, but I also love the fact that Gap almost always prints your keywords for you right on the band. So yeah, these are girlfriend jeans. They're pink. They're different in that they're pink, and they're girlfriend jeans. So these were 50 cents at the Goodwill. They sold for $19.99, and they did ship first class, probably because they were a size 4, so they weighed a little less. And then next up, we have True Religion. Everybody knows that this is a Bolo brand. I start most of my True Religions around $50, expecting to take a best offer of $40 or $45. And this particular pair was a little older, so what I had done this last month was go through our jeans that are listed, and the True Religion, the Silvers, and the Miss Me's that were a little older, I just dropped the starting price down to $40 just to try to get them to move, just to have less stuff to move with us on the truck to Florida. And it's been working really well. The thing, though, that starting, at 40, sometimes you're going to have to take a best offer of 35 or 30. You're kind of locked into that because no one really pays the starting price if you have best offer. I mean, they do sometimes buy them at full price, but not always. And that's why I like to start them at 50. But sometimes if they've been sitting around for a little while, it could be the size is just not popular, not a fast-moving size. It could be the style. You may want to experiment with dropping the price a little bit and seeing if they'll move for you. So these did finally move. These came out of a wholesale lot, and then they were $2. So again, it's not like I paid $7 for them at Goodwill. I'm okay with taking the $40 because that would have been the best offer I took anyway. They did pay the $39.99, and they did ship in a padded flat. So those are the that's the Bolo pair and the two tried and true bread and butter brands. Of course, capris are probably going to move in the summer because they're shorter pants and people like those in the hot weather. But we've still been selling jeans pretty steadily throughout the summer, especially considering that this summer slowdown seems to be really bad all the way around for everybody. Sales are really low right now for all resellers, and we're not as active. We're not listing as much as we usually do. Most of you know we dropped our listings from 2,800 down to like 1,700 as we got rid of a lot of stuff to prepare for the move. So the fact that we're still selling jeans pretty steadily is sorry, there's a chain, is good. I'll take it. I'll take whatever sales we can get. We are going to leave our store up through next Monday. And then when we go to pull all of the shipping for next weekend, we will be putting the store on hold until we get down to Florida. All right, guys, let me know how your sales are in the comments, how you're doing. I understand that it is summer slowdown and sales are slow. But some people are hanging in there. If you got electronics or things that like move all the time, hit the thumbs up before you leave. Really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And join our Facebook group. It's called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. You can search for it on Facebook or use the link in the description box. Until next time, go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.